Hey everyone, I'm out here in the garage with the Acura Legend today. So what I'm going to be doing today is replacing the air filter. So stay tuned. So the Acura Legend is on the channel today, and that's because I have not driven this car very much lately, and what I'm doing now is kind of refreshing it, doing a little bit of maintenance on it. I have driven this car probably about 50 miles in the last 4 years, 50 miles total, and that's because I had some mechanical issues that I resolved. You probably saw a series of videos on the mechanical issues involving the no start in misfire conditions. And then also the car has, as you can see on the hood possibly, it has some clear coat damage too. So it needs to be repainted. But other than that, mechanically now the car, it drove the last time I drove it, drove very well. And the only problems I have with this car now are just a couple oil leaks that I need to address. And then also, of course, the AC compressor. I think anybody who owns a Legend probably has gone through an AC compressor issue at least once in their ownership. But that's an issue right now on this car. So since I'm doing all this maintenance on the Acura Legend, I figured I'd just go ahead and do a video on the air filter replacement. So let's get into it. All right, so the air filter housing for the Acura Legend is right here. And they recommend that you clean the air filter every 15,000 miles or 12 months, and that you replace it every 30,000 miles or 24 months. And if you live in a dusty or rural area, you may want to check it more often and maybe even replace it more often than that. So let's go ahead and get into replacing the air filter now. All right, so to get the air filter out, the first thing I would do is take this bolt out right here. So that's a 10 millimeter. Loosen that up. And then take this out, like so. And then there are 3 clips for the air filter housing. There's one right here, undo that. There's one here, and then there's one way down here. Hopefully you can see my orange glove down here. Right down in there. Unclip that. And then now what you can do is separate this cover from this pipe. What you're going to do is lift up at the joint here. Like that. Pull the cover off. So there's our air filter right there. You can see that's pretty dirty. So that's going to be replaced. Alright, so here's our new air filter, and for me personally, when I replace air filters and oil filters, I like to use wicks. So this one is 46092. You can also use the genuine Honda. I believe the part number is 17220PY3505. So there's our new filter, and then there's our old filter. You can see how much difference that is. Right there, it's pretty dirty. Before we do that though, a good idea would be to take a vacuum, like a shop vac, and vacuum this out first. On the Acura RL, all I did was I took the whole housing out and I shook it out. But since we're not unbolting it, I would take a shop vac and clean this up first before you put your new filter in. Okay, so we've got that cleaned up. I'm going to put the new filter in. It just goes in like that. So we've got our new filter in. Now we'll put the cover on. So we need to lift the pipe up. Since we took this bolt out, that makes this a lot easier. Slide the pipe in there. Put our clips back on. There's one here, one here, and then this one way down here. Like that. And we'll put our 10 millimeter bolt in right over here. And then just tighten that down. And that's it. Alright, so there you have it. There's replacing the air filter on the 1992 Acura Legend. Not much to it at all. Very, very simple process. So hopefully this information was helpful, and thanks for watching.